Hello and welcome to today's ISO run using the Breen Chel Boalg Warship T6, an old event ship with a Polaron cannon build. Let's take a look at the build you saw in the ISA using the Breen Chel Boalg Warship T6. I'm using a Polaron cannon build, the advanced PSO Polaron dual cannons from the Lucari reputation, the advanced temporal defense Polaron dual heavy cannons from the temporal reputation, the Polaron or a Polaron dual cannon pen, another Polaron dual pen, and I used the Elite Fleet Intervention Protomatter Deflector Array from the Fleet Colony with the engineering hang or with the crit severity and crit chance. Then I used the Impulse Prevailing Fortified Impulse engines from the competitive reputation with the engineering hang for the speed and turn rate boosts with engineering or hull heals. Then the Prevailing Fortified Warp Core from the competitive reputation. The Prevailing Innervated Resilient Shield Array from the competitive reputation with the crit chance and severity. The hull capacity one's nice too. And it gives you the 2 and 3 piece sets for the hull capacity, weapon specializations, and the bonus energy damage resistance rating. Then I used the morphogenic Polaron energy weapon, where you can also use another Polaron turret basically, but I had this one and not another Polaron turret. And I used 3 Polaron turrets, 2 pen and 1 non-pen. Then for devices, I used the red matter capacitor, the subspace field modulator and the battery energy amplifier. For consoles, I used the ordnance accelerator for the Polaron directed energy. Then I used the binaural infusion circuits from the low-buy store, the tachykinetic converter for the low-buy store for the crit chance, severity and the flight rate, and this one for the severity and the hull capacity. Then the piezo electric focuser for the Polaron damage, flight turn rate. And the 2-piece Polaron weapon damage with the Polaron cannon over here. Then I used the domino console for the clicky and the accuracy rating. The hostile acquisition for the clicky and the accuracy rating. The dynamic power redistribution module also for the passive and for the clicky. And then 3 Polaron vulnerability locators. And for skills, I use a tactical skill tree. For a more detailed rundown, check my channel for a video there. Then I use strategist and miracle worker for my specializations. Intelligence is slightly more powerful, but also weaker in survivability. Then I use a good day to die, accurate, cannon training. Both of these you can get superior ones from the K13 fleet holding, but they're pretty expensive, so I don't have them on all characters. Then I have contexts for kings, fleet coordinator, inspirational leader, intense focus, operative, and fluidic cocoon. Instead of fluidic cocoon, you could also use anchored. Then for starship traits, I use cold-hearted, emergency weapon cycles, promise of ferocity, and withering barrage. Then for space reputations, I use advanced targeting systems, controlled countermeasures, which procs with cold-hearted, precision, and magnified firepower. Then for active reputations, use all the space ones basically. Then for stations, I use 3 Vanguard buffs and an SRO tech and a pirate engineer. Using engineering team 1, auxiliary power to Oxtabat 1, emergency power to weapons 3, tech team 1, distributed targeting 1, chemosite laced weaponry 2, attack pattern beta 2, cannon scatter volley 3, emergency power to weapon engines 1, Oxtabat 1, transfer shield strength 1, science team 2, and hazard emitters 3. And lastly, the active DOFs, which is space increased damage versus Borg, attack pattern beta versus Hallman firing 3 technicians, and the warfare master. Thanks for watching. I hope this was useful. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.